Now, a primary school in Wiltshire has been likened to North Korea and called cruel by some parents for its strict rules, which tells pupils they should walk around school with their hands behind their back, sing a song before lunch, that's quite jolly. Older kids have to serve meals and clear the plates away. Only predetermined topics can be discussed at lunch, and the topic then has to be presented to the entire lunch hall.
Oh my God.
So no chit-chat. This is like a proper conversation. And you love it, Jane.
Yeah, sign me up. I'm all for a bit of strict stuff in education. All of those things, actually, when you look at it, they all break down into, it makes sense. So, you know, singing together before lunch, that lifts the soul. You're all doing it together. It's an activity. You're not on your phone, you know, you're not gaming, whatever. Predetermined topics, that's great, so that, you know, everybody gets their say. It's a healthy debate, etc. What was the other one again? I forgot.
Behind the back.
Hands behind the back.
Slapping.
Yeah, stops the happy slapping, thank you. Oh,
Yes.
and the older children clearing plates away. Oh, my word. Fantastic. It teaches you to be kind to others, to notice stuff that's going on around you.
And clean
I
up
see
after
nothing
yourself.
wrong with any of it.
But even the chit-chat at lunch, you think that's OK, the chit-chat at the lunch?
Because I think, no, you can have a chit-chat, but I think if kids are, like, introducing a subject that they're going to disagree on, I think it's all about teaching reasonable debate.
Yeah. I would have never been able to present my lunchtime chats in front of the school.
It's a predetermined topic. That's the interesting part of it.
That's good. That's like a Chinese whispers thing. You start a conversation there and then just see all the different opinions. And I guess it will teach the children to appreciate somebody else's opinion.
Correct.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well,
I love this.
We have heard from the school, and they have said that we have made some changes to our lunchtime routines after feedback from some of our pupils. While we did mention to parents we would be looking at changes, we should have explained more how these would be rolled out. There has been misinformation on social media, never, around some changes, and we have contacted parents to clarify these misconceptions. The changes, with feedback from our pupils and wider school, are already having a positive impact. We look forward to continuing to work together with parents.
Pretty much any school.
We ensure lunchtimes are enjoyable for all pupils. And I had to read that word for word, and it makes sense, because I understand the school is probably reading lots of things, and that's not quite how it's going. But it's strange that the discipline thing, Jane, and I always would have agreed with you. This is where we're going to go head to head. I would have always agreed with you on that.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, my little 4-year-old, who's starting school in September, and so we're sort of doing the rounds and looking at schools, and suddenly I've turned into the biggest softie that has ever entered into a school.
That's not for 4-year-olds.
No, it's not for 4-year-olds. It's not. But suddenly I just want this really nice, nurturing, safe little place where I just want the teachers to be really sweet. I want everything to be nice.
Stop that nonsense.
But I think
can't be having any of that. No, it's not wise. That's not wise. There's been studies that have shown the younger that you can get that attention to your child, the better. The problems that we have now with quite a few young people is because, as we've spoken on here before, teachers don't know what to do and how to discipline and da-da-da-da. OK, it's not going to the parents, it's going to the school where the kids spend a lot of their time. So I see nothing wrong. It kind of reminds me of my high school, my junior school and my high school when I grew up. We had that same thing, and I think it's very good to instil that in a child from a very early age so they know it's just a routine, and then it's just second nature and they just go about their life very happy.
I do agree with stricter discipline, and I think that...
Oh, you're harsh.
I do think that kids need... I do think that kids need boundaries as well. About 15 years ago, I was doing Waterloo Road in its first outing. And I did this documentary for the BBC called Playing the Part. So they sent me, who played a rubbish French teacher in Waterloo Road.
Bonjour.
Back to my... bonjour. Comment ça va?
Ah, oui.
Ooh la la. And anyway, so they sent me back to my old senior school, Blackfine Secondary, it's not there anymore, in Constant in County Durham. And I thought I would have lots of help from a production team, and I didn't. They threw me into it. But what I did discover was the teachers had lost all of their ability to teach properly because they didn't know what they could... You couldn't even and, you know, there was one child that was really struggling. I wanted to sort of lean on their shoulders and look, you know, you couldn't touch them, you couldn't comfort them. The teachers had no downtime because they were ticking boxes all of the time, and they had literally lost all their powers of discipline. And I think that's a damn shame, and I think that's going to show up in generations to come unless we do clamp down a little bit.
Absolutely.
There you have it.
The people calling it cruel, they need to get out more. That is a very strong word for, you know, singing a song before lunchtime.
It is.
Give me a break.
Yeah. I just want them all to have a big group hug.
But they still can be strict and be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you've sold it a bit.